Welcome to a snowy day in the countryside. I swear there's nothing better in this world than a snowy day. This weather actually also really brings me in the mood to decorate for Christmas. And usually I wouldn't be starting that early because we're only in the middle of November and I wouldn't start until December. But I feel like this year I'm kind of giving myself the permission to start a little earlier because I'm also going to go to Germany in a couple of weeks to celebrate Christmas with my family. So I feel like I'm missing out on like half of the Christmas time I could have here. So I think it's okay to start a little bit earlier. And also the days are so dark now already, so I really want to add something that brings me joy and light into the house. So I think that's what we're gonna do today. Okay, so I got all my Christmas boxes out now. I think it's so funny, like year after year, I tend to forget what I actually have when it comes to Christmas decorations. And then whenever I get the boxes out and I look in it, I'm always like, oh yes, I have this and this. And it's always like such a surprise. So I would say for me, this is always like the first Christmas Eve actually, when I get to decorate. I have decided though that we're not gonna put up the Christmas tree just yet. Something inside of me is just saying, no, we can't do this before December. So I think, yeah, only in the beginning of December. Even though all my Christmas ornaments are actually my favorite part about Christmas. I have been collecting them throughout the years whenever I was out on my travels. So instead of just buying random souvenirs, I always try to bring back some Christmas ornament for my tree. And this is kind of one of my favorite traditions, and it makes me so happy whenever then I see them because each of the ornaments has a meaning to me. So that's for me always the favorite part about Christmas. But yeah, I would say in general I'm not like the biggest fan of seasonal decorations. I just think there's so much stuff that one can buy every single season, and you could change your entire decorations basically every couple of weeks. So I much prefer to actually decorate with a lot of natural stuff. Like for instance, now during autumn, I just brought in a lot of different leaves from outside. And now during Christmas, I love using oranges and like pine needles and just in general, more natural things. I think that just makes the house a lot more cozier, and it is stuff that is already out there, that is much nicer to use. But I do think that everyone needs to have a little bit of Christmas decorations, so I also have my little boxes. But to be fair, most of the stuff was actually handed down to me by my grandma, or I have bought some stuff from secondhand shops. So yeah, I do have a little bit of stuff, and what can I say? It just makes me happy when I get to unpack it and put it up. So I would say now we're gonna go a bit through the boxes and see what I have. Oh, this is actually one of my favorite ornaments. I bought it in Harrods in London many years ago, and my grandma always told me that I remind her of that girl. So I love that one. It always has to be in the front of the Christmas tree. Okay, but I feel like I should actually leave the excitement of going through all my little ornaments until we're actually putting up the Christmas tree. So maybe it's time for the other things first. This star is also one of the most important ones. Those ones are actually handmade in the region where I come from in Germany. And this one belonged to my grandma, and I think she's had this for many years, like ever, yeah, ever since I remember. So he now is part of my family, and yeah, I get to hang him up every year. Herbal!
Maybe over the next knob?
You don't think he should be more here? I also dried a whole bunch of orange slices the other day out of oranges that we forgot to eat and that weren't so nice anymore. And I want to make a little guirlande out of them that I can then hang up here in the kitchen. I think that's gonna be really nice, and also the house smelled so good when I dried those. I think I'm actually gonna make maybe a couple more to make some more guirlandes, because I think this is just so Christmassy and so easy. So that is very nice. And then I also made those little tree ornaments the other day out of salt dough. So this was also very easy to make. You basically just need salt, flour and water. And then I have a whole bunch of different cookie cutters. So very basic, also very easy to make if you have kids. I used to do this a lot as a kid as well. So now we just need to paint them, and then they are ready for the Christmas tree. And I think there are just so many very simple crafts that you can also make around Christmas time. I'm also gonna make some paper stars later on, and I really want to do another one of those paper guirlandes as well, and then just have all of this spread out the house. I think that's super nice, and yeah, often I find this a lot nicer than all this bought stuff. So I'm gonna make a lot more stuff now. Last weekend I also had one of my herbal weekends because, as some of you may know, I am currently doing a 1-year course in herbal medicine, and once a month we meet up for, yeah, it's usually 3 days, where we have like an intense practical weekend where we get to experiment around a lot with different recipes and just, yeah, learn a lot about the practical side. And this time the focus was on natural cosmetics, which I was very excited about, because this really is a topic that I have thought about many times, and I really would love to learn more about this. And I thought I could maybe just show you quickly all the things that we have done during that weekend, because we again did really nice things. We actually made soaps, and this was the first time I have ever made soap myself, and I don't know, but in my mind this was always something so complicated, while actually it really was not. I think like the first time was maybe a little bit like, ooh, what am I doing here? But it really was very simple. So I think I'm definitely gonna do this a lot more. And all of us, we were in different groups, so all the groups did their own soap, and then in the end we kind of split them all, so everyone got to take a bit home from what the others have done. So now I have so much soap, and this is really cool. I also really want to dive into the topic of making like my own shampoo bars and conditioner bars, and yeah, actually making soap for my house myself. I think that's really cool and also makes great presents. And then also did a moisturizing face cream that is in the fridge right now. We tried to make some deodorant, and some others also made some toothpaste. I haven't tried this out yet, but it smells very good. So we'll definitely see and put it to the test now. And then we actually this time also did like a little spa evening, because in the school we also have like a sauna area and so on, so that's really nice. So we just did a whole bunch of like body scrubs and face scrubs and oil cleansing, and yeah, like then every one of us was allowed to make one of the products that we had made for that evening. So I just made like a hand and foot scrub, and that also smells really good. And the last time at the last course we also made a little cream, or like a balsam, out of apples. And trust me if I tell you, this smells like heaven. It's like smells like apple and cinnamon, and it's so good. And I now use this as hand cream, and it's really amazing. And then here also another foot cream that we have made, and we made some pills like for the throat, like when you have a sore throat. So we made a whole bunch of different ones there with like ginger and chili and a lot of other different herbs. And that was also super easy, and I was very surprised how easy this is. And it's like often we just buy stuff, but you don't really think about what is in it, or like, you know, what's behind it. So I think it's so nice for me also to make all those things myself now, because it just gives me such a different perspective also on what I can do at home. And I just think, do we always need those 100 products, you know? I think so often also you can use the same product for different things, and this is definitely something I also want to do more in the future, and just in general, like to reduce all the different bathroom products, especially because I have quite a lot there. So yeah, so quite fun things that we did. I love my little soap selection here. They have to now air dry for about a month usually, so they are like all hard. But I think also soon, I already ordered some of the ingredients, so I think soon I'm also gonna make my own. And I would like to have this maybe as like some Christmas presents, because I think this makes really nice Christmas presents, and there's just so many ways you can make them different looking and just make them really cool, and I think that's very nice. So yeah. So I've started my annual Christmas star crafting session. I think those stars here I have been making for the past maybe 6 years or something, every year. And I love making paper stars. I think it's so meditative and so easy to make, and they always look good, and they also make a really nice present. For some reason, I just keep losing the ones that I make every year. I mean, last year I remember I didn't take it because I moved here, so transporting a paper star is not the easiest thing to do. But yeah, I particularly like this one. I think it looks so beautiful when it's done. I'll show you in a second when I'm putting it together. And this is the last arm of the star. And then you basically just put it together like this. And now we just have to glue them all together, and then it's done. Done. Okay. So now he looks like this. And now it's just gonna be the final bit. Let's just hope the middle piece sticks together.